Isaiah 60, verses 1 and 2. In the NIV edition, arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. You see, darkness covers the earth, and thick darkness is over the people. But the Lord rises upon you, and his glory appears over you. You know, we need to stop waiting for God to do something, and we need to realize that he has already done something on the inside of us. We just need to wake up to the fact that we have got everything that we need living on the inside of us to make a major difference in our little part of the world if we'll just get our minds off of ourselves long enough to realize there's a greater purpose going on right now than just what I think I want and what I need. And you might as well get happy, because I'm not going to shut up tonight until you do. Arise and shine are words that call for a change. Nothing in the world is going to change if the individual people in the world don't change. And God has changed me so much, but I'll tell you what, I am not satisfied. If you want to know the truth, yes, Christians should be content, but that doesn't mean that we are satisfied to kind of just be okay and maybe mediocre and just kind of, you know, barely enough, and as long as we're as good as everybody else, that's good enough. I want to keep growing, and I want to keep changing, and I want to keep helping more people, and I want to keep getting closer to God, and I want to know him better every single day of my life. It's one thing to be satisfied and content with God. It's another thing to be apathetic and think you don't need to keep pressing on with the Lord. I'll be honest with you. I have times, I haven't had one in a while now, but a couple of years ago I went through a time where I was just weary. You get tired of the world, you get tired of working, you just get tired of the same thing all the time, you know. You may look at something like what we're doing and think, oh my, it must be amazing to get to be up on that platform. Well, this is a very minute part of everything that it takes to come up here for this little bit of time to do this. And it's hard work, and I spend a lot of time by myself, and I'm not feeling sorry for myself at all. But what I am saying is, by the time you've done this 42 years, this is not my first party. It may be yours, but it's not my first one. And so, you know, I've been doing this a long time, and I just reached a point a couple of years ago where I was just like, you know, it's just like, and man, it scared me, and I started praying every day. God, give me passion, give me zeal, give me enthusiasm, light my fires again. I am not going to get old and worn out. I'm not going to get tired of doing the greatest thing on the earth. And you know, we all have times in our life when we've got to stir ourselves up and remember who we are and what we're called to do, and not just get tired and kind of float backwards like the rest of the world does. Amen? Well, what is it that you want me to do? Well, one thing I don't want you to do is nothing. There's a lot of things we can do, but nothing isn't one of them. Nobody can be happy and sit around and do nothing all the time. It's just not possible. In the Amplified Version, Isaiah 60, verse 1 says, arise from the depression and the prostration in which circumstances have kept you. I like that. Prostration means laying down. And I'm not talking about laying on your couch. I'm talking about laying down on the inside. You see, when I started feeling that weariness, it wasn't in my body, it was in my soul. And I had to get up on the inside. That's where we need to make sure that we stay on fire, is on the inside. And that every day we're praying for God to use us and to let our light shine. You know what? God has got his people everywhere. There are some of us everywhere, in every company, in every school, in every marketplace, in every neighborhood. We are everywhere, and God has us strategically placed for such a time as this. But what we have to do is turn the lights up. You know, if it's dark in my house, I can't just pray the lights on. I have to go flip the switch. And you know what? I hope I provoke a few of you tonight to flip your switch and get fed up with living in the darkness and having your lights on dim and say, it's time for me to get out in the world and shine brightly and let people know that I am not ashamed, that I am a believer in Jesus Christ, and I am going to do all I can to make a difference in the world.
We hope you enjoyed this teaching. To get more from Joyce, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing.